So I'm a college professor. I teach chemistry, and I teach chemistry at the undergraduate level for freshman and sophomore level. So I teach general chemistry 1 and 2 and organic chemistry.
First question is, what was your high school career like?
My high school career. Hold it. Am I going to look at the camera or look at you? Where am I supposed to look?
Okay, first question is, what was your high school career like?
My high school career. My high school career was not stellar. I graduated in the lower half of my class. I didn't always go to school, so I was not a stellar student. But I was interested in a lot of things. So I did want to go to college, and I tested well because the stuff I learned I did okay at, and I managed to get into college. I was not a stellar undergraduate student either, because there were a lot of things people wanted me to do that I didn't want to do, and I wasn't good at that time. But I did manage to get into graduate school in spite of my record, and then I did well in graduate school. It was a lot more fun because I got to do things that I found very fascinating, so it became easy to work hard.
All right. Second question is, if you could go back in time, are there any things you would like to do differently in your educational preparation or training?
I suppose I could, but I try not to give those kind of questions very much thought.
All right. What influenced or inspired you to choose this current profession?
Chemistry?
Yeah.
I was always fascinated by things in nature, and I wanted to know what was behind them, because I felt like the stuff that I was looking at wasn't the whole story. So, and I'd see transformations because we would start fires sometimes and throw things into the fire and see what happened to the material and how the changes occurred. So I was always wondering what the story was there. What do I really enjoy about my job? That even though it seems like I'm doing the same thing, every day it's always different, because my students are all different. The way I think about things is different because of the kind of questions my students ask. There's always a way to do something better or different. So I like that my job, even though it seems like it might be the same from one day to the next, it's really quite different. Feeling like I'm doing a good job. Wondering if there's something I'm missing.
What new scientific advantages are taking place at your job, or advances?
Scientific advances. Whew. Well, that's a hard one because it depends upon what you mean by my job. I work for the UW system, and scientists don't think like that. I mean, our colleagues are spread out all over the country and all over the world, so it's difficult to pick a single one out.
What contributions does your work make to the community or society?
It helps people, it helps students take on other perspectives and get exposed to ideas that they otherwise wouldn't.
What scientific resources/references do you utilize often in your line of work?
Well, still to this day, one of the biggest resources is the library. I'm a chemist, so certainly there's all sorts of laboratory equipment and instrumentation that goes along with that. But before you start to use it, before you start to try to do something new, you really need to inform yourself about what other people have done before you. So library resources are super important, even if you don't have to walk into the library to access them.
Okay, last question. What skills are most useful to you at work?
Being flexible, keeping an open mind, trying not to get stuck in a rut, trying not to believe that what you already think is a good way to do something is the only way to do it.